Yo.
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 Yo. We've been doing this for 1 year, and we instantly realized we also have to watch Flames hockey when they're losing.
Walker deer.
Walker deer. You should trust the Daryl Sutter process. Boom! What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Pucking Stuff Podcast. I'm T-Dog, that is B-Dog. How are you guys doing today? We're doing pretty good. I am watching the Avs Kraken game, but we're going to be talking about a team that is not in the playoffs, the Calgary Flames. We did say that the last Flames talk was going to be the last Flames talk, but that was before we knew that all this stuff would happen. A lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. B-Dog, how you feeling today?
Honestly, I'm feeling pretty good. Playoffs have been absolutely nuts, but
Bonkers,
there has
man.
been a lot of talk with the Flames. So welcome back to off-season Flames talk. I'm not going to call it season 3 yet because obviously we're not in the Flame season. So it's off-season.
Yeah, you're in the off-season.
Yeah, we're in the off-season. And I'm not going to lie, dude. There's been actually quite a bit of Flames news. I think we will get right into it as we find out Brad Treliving has parted ways with the Calgary Flames after 10 years of being GM. What are your thoughts, T-Dog?
Man, what's crazy is that's 10 years.
10 years they got.
I went, that was a long time. You really think about it, I guess 10 years can somewhat feel short in some aspects, but definitely a role like a general manager position. I feel like any boys club position in hockey, maybe even just in sports, you got about a 3-year lifeline. So he got 10. It's impressive. I want to say this though. I want to thank Treliving for what he tried and attempted to do with this team. There's, I think there's a lot of opinions with how this team has been ran. I think what he tried to do at the end with the cards that he was dealt is as best as he can do, and I appreciate him for that. So thank you. He is, of course, going to be in the same, in the history books, he'll be under the same era of the Gaudreau era and the Tkachuk era. I think that has a lot to say to it. I think Calgary, just with the teams that he created, always had some sort of potential. A lot of it was just underachieving. Now, at what point is that on the players, right? Because a GM can only do so much. So ultimately, what I'm trying to say is thank you for what he's done, and it's time to move on. And maybe this is the best time. Just everything that's kind of happening just seems like a new era is kind of shifting. And you know what? I guess as a fan, all I can say is I'm prepared and just ready to see what happens.
Damn, as much as you go so emotional into it, I kind of liked what they did with this. Ow, but this kind of hurts. No, because I'm not gonna lie. As soon as
Get the waterworks going.
Get the waterworks going. Get emotional, boys. It's so sad. No, but seriously though, I kind of did like the move that Brad Tree. I think it was a good move for the Flames and for Brad Treliving alone that he had to finally step away, because you obviously seen what he's done to this team. He really has done so much for this team, and I love that. But it was kind of a wasted opportunity at the same time. It really was, because basically what you and I grew up on as Flames fans, we never got the true prime Iggy or Kippy era. Let's be honest here.
That's true. Very true.
So this was our first actual experience of watching what a GM could do to the Flames. And obviously you and I were super excited what Gaudreau and Tkachuk could do for this team, especially what they did, I guess, two seasons now ago, we could technically say. But anyways, with Tkachuk and Gaudreau on this team, you obviously saw the potential of what they could do. And seeing them they leave, and what basically he built was kind of crumbling, it really did hurt as a fan for how many years you were watching him. But I think this was the right move to part ways. Obviously, I think there was a power struggle between the coach and the GM, with Sutter and Treliving a little bit. And I thought at the end of the season, one of them had to go. And I think the right one left.
I think a lot of Flames fans are gonna maybe even think different of that. So let us know in the comments what you think.
Oh
Was
my
it better that
God.
True Living left, or was it better, or would it have been better if Sutter left? Well, I mean, we don't even know what's gonna happen to Sutter. He could still be gone, right? Maloney might think it's best for him to leave.
Honestly, to the people who actually think Sutter is the true problem, that's a lot to say under just a really odd year. That is, especially when you look at what he did last season with the Flames. And he did win a Jack Adams Award for a reason. He really did. He's a really great coach. And I feel like if there is a lot of success going into next season, Flames fans will just turn their heads again.
I think this conversation and kind of what you just mentioned there is a great example of the whole Tree Living era in that sense, because one season everyone wants his head cut off. Tree Living. Flames fans, you cannot go and pretend that you didn't want Tree Living's head cut off 2019, 2020, 2020, 2021. I remember that specifically. And as soon as we had the good season last season, everyone was like, whoa, it's good. I mean, it's true. He did get some good assets into Foley and things like that, and signed Breadman, like Majapane, all that stuff.
It looked so
But
good.
I remember this. This might just be a Canadian hockey thing, but Flames fans are quick to kind of jump ship, I find. Excuse me. So I think that kind of goes the same with Sutter. It's not a good season. Yeah, there's a little bit of turmoil and stuff, and yeah, so maybe if it's true that Tree Living could no longer work with Sutter, then he left for that reason. There's a whole one, whatever, but let it run its course, I think. And you know what? I think you're going to honestly get more answers in that sense come this next season, because you'll have the players and the team that you have right now have more of an experience. So I think that will kind of give you actually more of a better idea of where this kind of is going. Again, we don't even know but right now, Sutter's even going to stay.
But with the great season that Sutter did have, he did also get a huge extension from the team. And I don't think he wants to really go where that kind of money's on the table. And he could opt out if he really, really wanted to. But I don't think he does. Because obviously his powerhead struggle with Tree Living's gone now. So he'll just throw in a new GM, and now he's the true power now.
I know. Oh, hopefully it's not GM. Stay as coach.
No. Please, for the love of God.
Craig Conroy has been in the midst, but what I kind of want to mention into actually, even before that, I should say, is that press conference. Did you watch that press conference with Don Maloney and John Bean by chance?
Is he the new interim GM, right? If I'm correct.
Maloney is, yeah. John Bean is some sort of head up some sort of like ownership or something. But it sounds like, okay. I took a few things and notes from it, and well, one, they feel that there's some optimism, but you kind of have to say that, right, to kind of keep people interested. Two, they said that they're also they're going to look at externally hiring, possibly. It might not happen, but Maloney said that as soon as the word got out that Tree Living left, there's a bunch of people who wants to take the job. Now, I think that's a good thing. If there are people out there outside of the Calgary organization that think that they can help, but it also shows too that the piece that we have here might have never just unlocked their full potential. So that to me is actually pretty exciting to hear about. Now, honestly, I wouldn't mind or internal hire. I don't really honestly want to even think about who the GM is right now, because I think there's much more to. I think you gotta wait that out. You know what I mean? But the other one too. This is my this one. This is my problem though. Here, there's always the good and the bad, yin yang. Someone asked in the media about rebuilding, and man, did John Bean and Maloney, they did not like hearing the word rebuild. They try to say nope. They pretty much just try to say nah, get out of here, kind of thing. No rebuild. And I'm like, ooh, so we're just gonna be a team fighting for 8th spot? Like, is this how we're gonna be? And dude, if that's the case, man, I can see why a lot of Flames fans are not renewing their season tickets. I mean, aside from inflation, just making everything so expensive that most people probably can't even afford an extra entertainment expense like that. But if you know that your team's just going to be mediocrity, just because why not? You're not going to actually want to take that rebuild, then ugh. And one more thing before I'll let you talk. It annoys me because you look at the Los Angeles Kings. They won the cup in 2012, 2014. And that span, 2 cups, have made the playoffs. Most years out of the that they had such a short rebuild, 3 seasons maybe. Look at us. How many cups did we win? Well, none. How many finals did we go to? None. How many first rounds did we win? Like 2.
2.
In that span, like 2.
2015, 2019.
Yeah.
Or no, sorry,
Or
2021.
And then playoffs. We only went 2015, 2017, 2019. Right? So
Dude,
never going to make it.
It was ugly.
2019, 2020, I guess technically. Whatever.
Bubble.
2020, 2021? No. And then 21, 22 is like the most like promising. Then we just get 5 gamed. So there's a lot going with to that. I hated to hear that.
I mean, okay, so I'm going to be honest on my thought of how I took the interview. You kind of do make some good points, but you also got to look at it from their perspective of obviously you want to still look like a contending team, obviously, because you obviously saw what Tree Living did before he left. He signed this 8 contract with Huberdeau, 8-year contract with Mackenzie Weegar, 8-year contract with Kadri. Sorry, 7-year contract with Kadri. My bad. But you also got to realize he literally put them in a spot where it's like, oh, we have to go for a cup run now because, dude, you look at you still look at the depth of this team, and it still looks like a contending team. But obviously you had a bad season, so all their value just dropped. The only way you can actually get decent value from those players again, if you have another good season. So if I'm saying this, if you go into next season and you have a good season, you actually do make a decent run in playoffs somehow. Like their value goes up instantly because they show that caliber of player they are, especially making playoffs. And even if we don't make it far and you decide to finally just blow it up, now their value is decent and you can get decent picks out of it.
You do make a good point though in this sense, and I would agree. When I mean the idea of I'm not opposed to a rebuild is in the fact of in a few years' time, or because to me everything rides on this next season.
It really does.
I really do think it's like if you cannot, then yeah, you have to blow it up. But the way they answered it made it sound like even after this season, it'd be like in the near future, they'd never even consider it. That's what I was kind of worried about. And why I'm worried about it is because, well, you look at how mediocre we were in this decade. I think if you don't even think about a rebuild, I think you just do the same thing and then you just repeat this whole cycle.
I mean,
and you're just gonna get nowhere, man.
Like, I mean,
what are we gonna?
You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right on that. But at the same time, it gives. I think this conference also gave Flames fans a little bit of hope of like, oh, this isn't even after a terrible season, the management still has hope for not blowing it up yet. Still giving it a chance with this core that obviously only have 1 year to kind of figure it out. With Sutter as a pain of a he's still a great coach and could probably figure out something with his team. I do want to see a rebuild, probably again, like what you and I predicted in a few episodes ago. We predicted at least 3 years max before we finally go into a rebuild. I still think that is on the table. That maybe 2 at minimum, like maybe 2 years.
It could be
but
some
3 max.
Could be some long years. That's the unfortunate part. But
you got to take it on the chin, though. I don't want to rebuild.
That's true. At the end of the day, Tree Living took a gamble with some years and some things, and it didn't work out. But I at least still respect it. It's just I don't know. I'm just hoping there's some level of competency in this next general manager because I don't know, man. It's going to be tough if we're in some sort of like bottomed. We've never had a first round draft or first overall draft pick, so. No. We're gonna be bad. Let's do it right. That's what I think.
Honestly, facts. And one thing I learned from this Brad Tree Living experience is if you're going to go to the Cowboys casino, don't bet on Tree Living. That's for sure.
Pretty much. Sponsorships, good
money.
stuff.
Good stuff. All right.
A man can dream.
A man can dream. Oh, we always add that in like halfway through or something.
Exactly.
I love how we
moving
do that.
moving on.
Moving on.
Alrighty.
All right.
So, a little bit
We
of positives in the news today for the Flames. Walker
Walker resigns.
My computer says playing music ? Well, I am playing music of joy because Walker
Actually,
Deer is
Walker
getting
Deer!
signed.
Oh my
2 years, one way, 825K, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is some decent money. He's getting Trevor Lewis money, and he's got a lot of upside potential. I'm excited about this, man. And he scored today, actually. He scored in their playoff game against the Abbotsford Canucks. So that's awesome. Walker Dewar, man, I'm so glad for this signing because young guy wants to prove himself. And man, he's got a good shot. He's hungry. He's gritty. Literally gritty. I love this play. I really love this play. And I think I'm like every other Flames fan. I just wish we saw these guys at the start of the darn season.
Here are my thoughts on Walker Deer. I loved this guy. Ever since we put him in the lineup, I've absolutely loved his play. He is a physical player. He's got a great shot. And dude, he was outperforming players on the fourth line. That is just shocking. In 27 games played with the Flames, he put up 11 points, 7 goals, 4 assists. That's, I mean, for the first season, like not full, but like half a season in, that's still pretty good numbers. And he's so young, he's got the upside, and he's showing a lot of potential in his growth being a hockey player. I love seeing players like this because we need like that kind of, he shows that kind of gritty player that could still pick up the speed and play the puck right and have the shot to prove it, which we've seen multiple times this season.
That shot in Buffalo was awesome.
Oh, dude.
I can't remember which game it was now. Sorry, but
dude, this guy can rip it if he wants. I love this. I'm really happy. You're right. That is Trevor Lewis money for a player like that.
Sure, I was saying what's great about this is we don't got to look for depth players. You signed them. Already slid him on the fourth line there. I don't think Lucic is going to be back anyways. I think we knew that, but I saw his Instagram and stuff.
He took Calgary Flames out of his bio. He's gone.
He took all his stuff out, so he's gone.
Wait.
So
we need a moment for Lucic.
Good point.
Lucic, we'll miss you, my friend. It was a great time having you in Calgary.
Hey, Siri, play the AC Milan theme song. All right.
Here's Sarah Perque Tiamo. TikTok edit by DJ Rid Black on Spotify.
On Spotify. Nah, I'm an Apple Music guy. I'm not. No. I ain't getting copyrighted.
I'm just happy that god awful contract is out of here.
Oh my goodness gracious! Thank you.
$5 million to spare.
Wait, okay, so this is like this is the important question though. Who signed Dewar? Was it Maloney? Was it Sutter? Was it soon to be GM Craig Conroy? Maybe.
I wish.
Who was it?
Dude, if Craig Conroy becomes our GM, I will be so happy. I'll just be so
You know what?
we need that kind of guy in a role right now.
True. And at this point, bro, I just want Iggy to be an assistant coach.
Oh, did you actually hear they were like asking Conroy about that? They were asking.
Really?
Yeah, there's been like actually decent talks of being like, if Craig Conroy becomes like GM, do you think Iggy would come back for a management role? And they're like, we don't even know, dude. That depends on Iggy. And I'm like,
depends if he wants to, right?
Yeah, that depends on him. Do you actually think Iggy could come back for a management role though?
Oh my, I would love to. I
don't
think it would happen though because he's very invested in his kids' careers and stuff, right? His daughters is with the Team Canada team. Oh my goodness, the national team. Thank you. His son, I want to say his eldest, maybe it was his middle, was drafted to the WHL.
Ooh.
So they have some sort of like anyways, they're all like we could see like his son. We could see Tej be an NHL player very much.
Okay,
but he's invested into it.
You know what I just thought about? If the Flames play their cards right here, and we start tanking at the right time, can we draft Iggy's kid?
To be sick.
Oh my God.
I don't know what he has. I don't know if there's been any sort of like prospect.
Like, is there anything?
Research into him? Let me look at TJ Ginla right now.
Like,
So
I'm so curious.
for the Thunderbirds, this season he played 48 games and had 6 goals, 12 assists. He was a +6 though. He's a center. Okay, he's a center. Oh, I wasn't telling me.
We could use a center in the future.
Could be a center. We'll see, right? Right? Develop him a little bit and stuff.
Yeah.
But that is awesome. Yeah.
Dude, I would actually love to see that. If we could somehow plan this rebuild right, get Iggy's kid. Do him right. Get Iggy's kid. He'll stay long. He'll stay forever.
You know, they did it with Shane Doan's kid in Arizona. Josh Doan.
That's just
why
wrong.
not us?
That's just wrong.
So why not us?
Why?
Yeah, I really want to know who actually signed Dewar.
That's a very good.
I don't know. I'm gonna guess Maloney, and I think too. They probably all agree that the way Dewar kind of played.
Yeah, he deserves the re-sign. Actually, you know what? So since we're still talking about the Calgary sports, I actually did kind of want to move it away from the Flames for a hot second and talk about our AHL team because there are a little bit of news still. Obviously, the Calgary Wranglers were the first team to clinch playoffs. They just played the first playoff game today. And there were some awards that were given out. Mitch Love, head coach of the Calgary Wranglers, went back-to-back Coach of the Year award. Respect to Love. Wow. That is back-to-back.
I do agree, and I could see him, being like how like Woodcroft and Edmonton was, coach the Condors, one up. I could see Mitch Love being that after Sutter leaves, but again, I don't think Sutter is going to leave for a year or two. But yeah, Love seems to just be like I heard that he is a player's. This is what I heard off of Sportsnet 960. They were saying that he's a player's coach, but he's Sutter-esque in the sense of what he wants from you is your best effort, and will get on you if you're not performing your best.
I think that's a good coach if he's still a player's coach.
Yeah, I like that. They want to play for him. But that's what I'm trying to think too, right? That's the same as Sutter, man. They want, there are players who want to play for him. Toffoli was in an interview, I think a podcast, and said that he's always loved playing with Sutter. To be honest, I think a lot of the Sutter slander this year was just because of the media. Mm-hmm. That's what I think. And that's where I heard it from the most. And then, people jump on the bandwagon again. Again, hey, Flames fans, if we do good next season, are you going to like him again? Oh, you're going to like him.
Oh,
we change. Us Flames fans love to just change sides. I think it's funny.
So emotional.
Mitch Love too. The Wranglers have had just a great season. So I guess you can move on to the next award that's given out. I have a feeling it's another prospect that we are really excited for.
Dude, we love this guy. We love this kid in Calgary right now. Dustin Wolf wins Goalie of the Year. But then he also wins AHL MVP of the year.
Come on, man.
How do you not bring this kid up yet?
Dude, in a league with Jet Wu, that's impressive. Okay, well, there are a lot of but in reality, there's a lot of really solid AHLers. Maybe even be full time, but they make sure that they know that they let people know that they own the league.
Yeah,
Wolf has just had such a phenomenal season, and for what he is, he kind of defeats the stereotype of a goaltender, and I think that's awesome. But he is, to me, is the most exciting, most promising prospect we've had in such a long time. It's it's such a nice breath of fresh air. I really don't feel worried about the goaltending situation now next season because it's going to be the same, yeah. But something happens, you're going to call up Wolf.
We got a stud in the minors right now, dude. We're good.
Oh, I guess Vladar is in one way, but I think they're going to make sure that if things happen, they're going to make sure that he's going to come up next year.
Yeah.
And I really
I
want
think
that
we
to
gotta
happen.
wait. I think we'll figure it out. I
Yeah.
really think we do. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've always loved Dustin Wolf ever since he got drafted. Dude, he was a 7th round pick. Can you believe that? And you looked at his like stats in the minors, and it was unbelievable stats still for a goalie. But
It's kind of
he was
crazy
6
because
foot. He was
he
6 foot.
carried-
That was he was technically short.
yeah, but he also carried the Silver Tips,
I know.
and they won the WHL championship that year.
But yeah,
So
it was amazing
beats
that he
me.
fell to us. It was amazing that he
yeah,
fell.
it beats me. Why? But you know what? I guess I can see why in the NHL you're worried about the size. One, if you look at how Toronto's trying to beat the Lightning, right? They found out that Vasilevsky's his weakest attribute is far seeing eye shots, and what they're doing, they're just getting traffic in the net, right? Defenseman just takes a shot from the point, then it just goes in because of a tip or can't see it.
I think on
I
that
think
comeback, that was a lot of the goals that went in. I feel
Yeah,
so
for
bad
sure.
for Vassy right now, dude.
See, it's not his fault, man. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I think the thing like size, I can see why as a goalie size could be a problem. But dude, he's quick. His reflexes, like he is a very dialed in goalie. You know, like it's impressive.
It really is. And again, I think it just even grew even more once he got to the AHL. Like he was a little bit rocky that first season with the Heat. I guess we're calling them Stockton Heat because that's when he joined. And then I think the year before we turned to the Wranglers, he had an outstanding season. He really
Last
that's
season
where you
was-
started to see that glimmer of, we have a potential goalie here. And then oh my God, sorry. We moved to Calgary and he just pulls this out of nowhere. And I love to see this because, again, like you say, I'm not worried about my goaltending situation anymore, either with Markstrom, Vladar, and now with Wolf, because you could call up Wolf if that season goes down that way again. I'm really excited.
What's great too is I think what's really promising about it as well is he had the great season last season and now this season. So to me, that shows signs of consistency. And I think that's what we've been missing with goaltending for so long is consistency.
Yes.
Even this season, of course, Markstrom didn't have the best start to the season, saved himself a little bit at the end, but, at the end of it wasn't, could have been much better, much room for improvement. So, of course, this does excite me a little more. And yeah, it seems like anything with that AHL team just breeds success and opportunity.
Speaking of opportunities in Calgary, boys, all it took was Mackenzie Weegar to say, we just need a new arena. Guess what's happening?
And election time.
And election time. But hey, boys, as of right now, not canceled yet, we got a new arena.
Woohoo, baby! See, I'm a little sad. I can't.
$20 for beer, boys. Can't wait.
Y'all see Rogers Place prices? We getting that, baby.
Oh my God.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for, man.
Yeah, actually, so funny enough, I do actually have the numbers of exactly how much everyone's paying into this new arena. And also, it's not just an arena, is a whole entertainment center, basically. And it has the arena. They're planning on building a youth hockey arena right beside it. And they're like theaters. They're actually going to build like a whole bunch of stuff for Stampede right beside it.
Wait,
as well.
Does that mean Justin Bieber will come here?
Yeah. Yes. I mean,
yeah.
Maybe Morgan Wallen could actually come to the Dome and then cancel the show because he has throat problems. And also probably getting stomach pumped. But anyways, I want to make that joke. So many people are mad at Morgan Wallen right now. But anyways, so basically the numbers of how much everyone is paying is the city is dropping about $540 million into the project. The CSEC, so the Calgary Sports and Entertainment, are dropping $40 million up front and then $17 million per year. The province is putting $330 million into this.
Pocket change for a guy like me.
Yeah. So the good news is for the Flames, we're obviously potentially getting an arena in the next 5 years. That's a really good sign because obviously there's been always that talk with the Dome. But the bad news is they're going to demolish the dome
Yeah, they'll
for more
demolish
parking space.
the Saddle Dome. You know what? It's
It's gonna
inevitable.
be
It's
gone.
bound to happen.
I know, but it hurts.
It does hurt. You know what I mean? It's a
The
sentimental
saddle is
thing.
what makes it like iconic.
Well, those pictures that everyone takes up at Scotsman's Hill there, with the dome and the back with the city view, like it's awesome, man. You
I
know,
love
there is,
it.
and here's the thing. I got a lot of memories at the dome. I love it so much. I know it's got its crappy parts about it. I know you have to wait a whole period just to take a leak. You know, and I know it's the concourse is small and all this, but here's you okay. I'm a person who wants to experience the atmosphere of hockey. That's what I want because I'm a huge fan. I like every aspect of it, to the goal horn, to the in-game entertainment, to the game itself, right? That's what I love. And I find the dome is so good with it. Yeah, the acoustics in the nosebleeds are awful. They are the worst. Right? They're awful. Like, you would agree, right? But man, there's something about going up in the nosebleeds, paying $20 Canadian, yeah, to watch a game. It's almost like watching a game on TV, but it's like in HD, like more like 8K or whatever. I don't know. That's how I kind of think about it.
Oh my God.
But the fans, to me, like, it's just. I got a lot of memories. I love that thing, and I know that we do need a new one. It reminds me of when Uyghur came and he saw the room and he's like, "That's it." It's so funny, actually.
That hurts so bad.
So
after
funny,
that
but it's
game.
true, right?
Oh, it's so true.
But
Okay,
I love
you know
that
what?
dome so much. And here, another thing that I'll say too. It's like to me, I don't think there's actually a bad seat in the house in the dome. Yeah, like the nosebleeds are but
You'll see the game.
I don't think you can still see the game. And honestly, if you don't live in Calgary or you just never been to a Calgary game, if you can, I would suggest going to the dome once just to see what we mean, because we're the old style of hockey, right? Not just the game itself, but just how it used to be, right? That dome signifies it, right? And is a piece of history. So let's cherish it while we can before it's taken down for new. Remember,
Oh my God,
reject
dude, I'm gonna cry when
modernity,
that thing
embrace
goes
tradition.
down.
But yeah, I'm gonna miss that thing. So we'll have to go to a lot of games, and that's why we should go to a Wranglers game.
Yeah, 100%. And actually, okay, I'm going to call out the Scotiabank Saddle Dome because they commented on when Mackenzie Weegar. So we made a TikTok. When Mackenzie Weegar saw the dressing room, and we were kind of making fun of the Saddle Dome a little bit, just a little bit. They commented on us saying nostalgia, and I'm like, oh,
I remember that. I forgot.
yeah, you do remember that. Okay, I'm calling them out right now because I'm not insulting the dome. I love that Saddle Dome more like we do, more than most people. People crap on that thing all the time.
People hate it.
People hate it. But dude, I love that thing. It'll be a cherish in my heart, a place I called home. And dude, it's so iconic to this city. So many, dude, that thing was the reason why the Olympics was here in the 80s.
Yeah, and I love watching games there. I don't care, man. I really do love watching games. So I remember going to that playoff game last season, game 1 against the Stars.
Loved it.
That dome was just rambunctious, so loud, so much energy, so much passion. I loved it. But aside from the fact, of course, it's the fans that caused that, it really has to do with the atmosphere or the interior of it too, right? And I think the arena is so much like that. So I'm really hoping that when this new arena comes, that it's going to be like that, you know? It'll be as rambunctious, as rowdy, as fun. It's funny too, of course it's all concrete and the stairs and stuff. You see all those icky stains from drinks and everything. And even the chairs and stuff. It's disgusting, I know, but man, it's like a piece of history. I'm sounding weird, man, but and you know what too? Getting the workout, walking up those stairs, okay, that's pretty sick. Come on, man.
Yeah, that is pretty sick.
You're working yourself. You know what? You buy yourself a pocket dog or whatever. You're working for that. You know what I mean? I really hope as well too the pocket dogs are back in the other arena.
I wouldn't be surprised if they are.
Yeah, that's why I love it. And I guess it is time to go, but I'm just hoping that the new arena will be as energetic as the last one.
Yep. I can't wait to start paying bills off of that too.
Yeah. I mean,
dude, did you see by chance? There's a bunch of, I think it was the Alberta Instagram account. I can't remember, or Barstool Alberta or something like that. Did you see them posting the next Calgary Flames arena being a cowboy hat?
that joke's been going around for years, man. I
No,
mean,
dude, they just did a new one. They just did a new one. It was pretty funny.
The cowboy. What would you call it? The Cowboy Dome? I don't know.
No, because it would probably Cowboys would buy the rights to the name and call it the cow hat, the cowboy hat. I don't know. Something like that. I
I
could
don't
see
know, bro.
Cowboys
If that
buying the
actually
rights to the
happened,
name
though,
of
it'd be
Cowboys.
kind of funny. But like, that'd be kind of funny, actually. I don't know.
Would.
We'll see. All I know is I honestly do think though that this arena, it's just gonna be a normal looking one. Probably have a few little pretty looks to it, but hey man, you know what? As well too. I guess I am excited though. New bathrooms are needed, so I guess I'm excited for that.
I am excited to finally get that new arena. I think this city really has needed it for the last few years, especially
Definitely.
with all the criticism. But dude,
Most
I love
definitely.
this thing. It is so hard to actually think in the next 5 years we're going to be demolishing this thing. That
Yeah,
hurts
it's pretty
inside to
crazy.
really think of. Like
It is crazy, but you know
it
what?
hurts
I get
my
a help the
heart.
Stampede. It will help Calgary in itself. Put Calgary back on the map as like kind of a primal destination. One thing I actually forgot to mention was Bettman, of course, has been wanting this so bad because that's what he's been saying. Like Calgary won't get nothing until you like get this. But he literally said that once we get this thing going, Calgary will be put down in like rotation for All-Star game and draft. Which
Oh
would
my
be
god,
sick.
we need that. We need
I would
that
love that.
huge. I would love
Like
that.
I don't know if that really brings in money, but they advertise it enough that it seems to be good. But I think in the Canadian market, I think it'd be pretty sick. But
I
at
think
the end of the
Calgary
day,
needs that, dude.
too,
They're rowdy enough fans to make that good.
yeah, exactly. So that's exciting stuff. If Bettman's excited, then we should be excited, right?
I'm also just going to say this: if Brad Marchand gets told that the next All-Star selections were Detroit, Edmonton, and what else did he say? Buffalo, and he like insulted the three cities by like, dude, who wants to go there? I think he would enjoy Calgary a lot more than Edmonton.
Well, that's because of weather, right? It's like it's a
That's
week
it.
off from a long season. That's why you want to be in Florida because
Yeah,
you
well,
can
duh.
chill on a beach and just relax.
Who wants
Sip
to
a
go to
margarita
Edmonton
or
in the
two,
middle
right?
of like, wait, when is All-Star season?
Well, Edmonton's got
January?
the Saskatchewan River. We have the Bow River.
Yeah,
That's pretty nice. And yeah, it might be frozen, but hey, you can play some pond hockey. Like,
play some pond hockey with
but
the
it doesn't get that cold here, right?
January is actually where it starts to get really cold.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
literally.
All-Star like the All-Star game is literally when it starts to get cold.
Man, yeah, they would
Uh,
not want it, but
No, they wouldn't. But I'm really happy again that we're finally not canceling this arena deal for once, and it's going to be really sad when we actually have to see the demolishing of the dome for sure.
yeah,
But
yeah, for sure.
I mean, the Wranglers won game 1 in OT.
Yep,
Jacob
they did.
Peltier, OT
Woohoo.
winner, Dustin Wolf on his head. Can't wait to see it for this team. Go Wranglers, go. Dude, they probably packed the dome with the Wranglers games.
I didn't see anything about this game, but I think next game's supposed to be pretty packed. Like I think all of Lower Bowl might be looking pretty solid, so
Dude, if they make it
That's pretty
deep
good.
run, though, they'll open up the rest.
oh, 100%. Oh, 100%.
Everyone will be like, dude, Dustin Wolf's going off in the finals. Let's go watch.
They make third, fourth round, 100% they will. I mean,
It
like we
needs to
packed it.
go.
Like when sure when the Knicks won the NLL championship in 2019, they packed it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we? You know what I mean? So it'll probably happen. If it happens, we'll see. But at least one team in Calgary is actually winning hockey games when it matters the most.
Hey, the Roughnecks are making playoffs. Let's see what happens.
No, that's true. That's true.
But hey,
then-
guys, that's been Flames talk. Oh, wait, do you have something to say?
No, I was just gonna mention the Stampeders. I don't know how they're gonna be this season.
Mediocre? Question mark?
Yeah, no more.
No more Bo.
We'll see how Mayer does.
Yeah, I guess so. But Hey guys, that's been Flames talk of off season. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you do, please leave a like, leave a comment, and please subscribe. We're almost 250 on YouTube, over 1,000 on TikTok. We love the support we see every day. We might be going live soon. If you guys like that, please, we do it again, as we said. T-Dog, take it away.
Like B-Dog said, thank you guys very much for watching or listening to this content. If you did enjoy it, smash that like button. Leave a comment down below. Comment of the day. Are you guys excited for a new arena? If not, why not? Why? If you are, yeah, why? I don't know. Anyways, guys,
Hater.
like Nardwar said, keep on rocking in the free world, and we will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Keep watching that playoff hockey. It's going to get even better. Have a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Peace.